What's up, guys, gals, and non-binary pals? Welcome back to Art by Flan. Today we are doing another challenge. We are doing the Redraw challenge, or whatever it's technically called. I didn't look up the title before I started recording the vocals for this, but you know, you get the point. I'm redrawing an old piece of art. Now, normally, when I originally planned to do this challenge, I planned to do something that I thought was more technically advanced for the, an older piece of art that at the time I thought was pretty technically advanced for my skill. But what happened was I had some friends. I moved cross country a couple years ago, and I left all of my friends and a bunch of my junk behind. Some of said friends came to visit me this past week, and they brought with them some of the stuff I left at my mother's, which was a bunch of old sketchbooks. And in the old, in and amongst the old sketchbooks, I found a picture I had already done a redraw for. So I drew the original picture in 2002, and then I did a redraw about 7 years later in 2009, and now I'm doing another redraw 7 years again in 2016. So when I found that picture, I knew that had to be the one I redrew. It's not, completely exciting picture. It's of an old, I'm guessing, Sailor Moon fan character. That's all I can gather. The original picture, which I did find, and then I remembered I'd submitted that redraw to DeviantArt, so I was able to find it twice. The original sketch from the 2002 had Sailor Moon in it, so I'm assuming it was the Sailor Moon fan character, and she's got the Sailor, Senshi Fuku on, and so yeah, I'm assuming her name was Sailor Star because of the star motifs, but the original pictures weren't in color. So from what I can remember of my old Sailor Moon fan characters, they were all in blacks and reds because I was a super edgy, super fan, and all of my characters were like black and red and deathy, and even though their names were Sailor Star and shit like that. So pardon my language, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I didn't want to use that color scheme for this. Like, the other ones weren't in color, and I'm assuming that was the color scheme I might have had for her. But I didn't like that at all. So I just kind of, I still have this particular character. It's my character Jaku in just the Sailor Moon universe. So I just took the colors from her current design and sort of tweaked them a bit and applied them to this design. So, I like how it came out. I just don't want to think about what her colors were originally supposed to be. So, yeah, like I said, it's not a very, movie sort of dynamic image, but the original wasn't either because I was 12 at the time I drew it, so I couldn't do the other eye, let alone a dynamic pose, and you'll see that towards the end when I show you the previous redraws, and then I'll show you this finished piece. So get ready to see some old embarrassing art. Speaking of old embarrassing art, I did reach 100 subscribers. I'm so happy. Yay! I'm pretty excited about that. I didn't think I'd get, that many. Like, I just assumed I'd always be in the double digits and not have, or whatever. I don't know. But I'm glad you guys like my channel. I'll try and keep posting stuff for you to enjoy. But I had an idea of what I wanted to do, especially because they brought those old sketchbooks down. I thought maybe I would do a video going through one of those, or a couple of those, because some of them are fairly big, going through some of those old sketchbooks and showing you guys my old art. But then I thought, well, maybe I should do a room tour or something like that. But, then I thought, maybe I'll just ask you guys, what do you want to see for my 100 subscriber special or something? Should I do anything at all? Is there something particular you want to see me do? A challenge, a video of some kind? Just, drop it in that comment box below and let me know what you guys would like to see for that, because I have so many ideas I can't decide. So I figured I'd ask the people who got me where I am. So I figured I'd ask my 100 subscribers. But yeah, just leave a comment in the description, or in the comment section, and let me know what you'd like, if anything, you'd like to see. So we're moving on to shading here, and I was really upset because I had to shade the skin twice. As I was going to save after I finished shading the skin the first time, my computer froze. So I lost all the shading on the skin, plus the video. I was recording in OBS, so I had to redo her skin. I think I lost a bit of shading for the hair, but you can't really notice in the video. Yeah, I was so mad because not only did I lose, you know, shading, lose some of my, you know, art, I also lost all the video that I had recording it, which is, I guess, the dangers of recording anything really, but I was still very upset. And here are the colors I went with for her design. Like I said, originally I'm sure it would have been like black and red and like super edgelord edgy, because that's the kind of Sailor Moon fan characters I made as, you know, a preteen, because my life was, you know, just the absolute worst. I had to make super dark edgy characters for this super bright and happy fun anime, but obviously these characters have grown and changed over time, but I really am happy with the outcome of this picture. The improvement is really obvious to me, especially between the image in 2002 and 2016. That's about, what, 14 years difference, I think? I don't know, I can't math. Why am I asking? Why am I doing this to myself? I think it's about 14 years worth of difference between those two images, and it just shows that, you know, if you put in enough time and practice, and you can improve too. Everybody improves at their own rate, at their own pace, which that's sort of why I don't buy into the idea of, you know, talent. And I recently had a dialogue with somebody on Tumblr about this who was very adamant that talent does in fact exist, but I mean it in a sense that you don't have to have a natural talent to draw. All it takes is, you know, hard work, a bit of effort, and time, and you will improve. You won't always improve at the rate you want to improve. You won't always improve at the rate other people are improving, but practice and you will improve, you will change, you will see growth, and absolutely anybody can draw if they want to bad enough. But yeah, so I've just taken it back into Photoshop after doing all of my shades, and I'm putting in her eyes. Like, I don't know, her pupils weren't looking right to me, so I just redid them a whole bunch, as you can see here. I just could not get them to look right, I guess. I don't know, I just having some issues. But yeah, I just took it back into Photoshop, and of course I'm doing my overshades and things like that, to just those final finishing touches to add things in. I even added a bit of sparkle at the end, and I think I kind of went overboard with it, but it's a Sailor Moon character. Of course it's going to be super sparkly and shiny. That's how that works, right? So yeah, just adding the overshades to everything, just giving that little extra layer of depth that I like to add. Really not much else to say. Like I said, it's a fairly simple picture. I just had a lot of thoughts while making it, you know. I'm really not sold on the idea of her bow being gold, but it's really the best way it looked. So I'm really happy with the end result. Doesn't look bad at all. And we should be shifting into the previous redraws right here. As you can see, the first one is from 2002 and her eyes and her hairline. The second one was from 2009 and her eye was right, but her chin was pointy. And we're shifting on to the final piece here. If you like what you see, don't forget to click that subscribe button. And hey, don't forget to leave a like and a comment below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.